Hi, first grade readers. It's Mrs. Lee, and I'm so excited to be with you today. When we meet for our reading workshop tips, I'm going to be giving you some tips for different things you can be working on with the books in your book baggie at home. Today, we're going to practice doing a deep retell, which will include character feelings and a lesson at the end. So I know many of us have been working on doing retells in our reading conferences at school and practicing retells with our families at home. When we do a retell, it's important to include all of the most important events in order. But it's also important when we do a deep retell to include details about the character's feelings or mental state. We especially want to describe how the characters are feeling before the problem begins, when the problem happens, and then after the problem gets solved. A deep retell should also include a lesson. Now we know that not every story we read is always going to have a lesson, but if it does, we want to make sure we think about and include the lesson at the end of our retell. So today, I have my special friend, Lindsay Lamacorn. She's here because sometimes it's nice to have a friend to listen along when we do a retell. Now, of course, sometimes you might have a family member, a brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, who's at home and available to listen to you do a retell, and that's especially great. But if not, you can always get a special friend to listen along and practice your retells with. So today, I'm going to read the first chapter of Amanda Pig on Her Own, because in this book, each chapter is kind of like its own story. So I'm going to read the first story, which is chapter 1. And this chapter is called Without Oliver. Goodbye, Amanda, said Oliver. Too bad you're too little to go to school. Oliver climbed on the school bus. Mother and father and Amanda waved. The bus drove away. And there was Amanda, left at home without Oliver. I'm not too little to go to school, said Amanda. See, I'm as tall as the table. Why, so you are, said Mother. You may be big enough for school, but you are not old enough yet. Next year you will go to school. Without Oliver, the house seemed quiet. What shall we do together today? Asked Amanda. Right now, I'm doing the washing, said Mother, and then the ironing. Later, we can do something together. Amanda went to her room. She set her little table and cooked breakfast for her animals. But it was no fun without Oliver. She put together her circus puzzle, but it was no fun without Oliver. Then she went outside and played Mighty Pig and the Amazing Baby Pig Meets the Bad Guys. But without Oliver, it was no fun at all. Amanda went back inside. I'm all alone, she said. There is nothing to do without Oliver. You are never all alone, said Mother. You always have yourself. I do, said Amanda. Yes, said Mother. With Oliver, you do lots of things that you both like to do, but without him, you can do things that just you like to do. Amanda went back to her room. She thought about things that she liked to do. She liked to dance. Oliver hated it. I will practice ballet, she said. Amanda went to the dress-up box. Out of Father's long underwear and flowers from Mother's hat and an old lace tablecloth, she made a ballet costume. Now, she said, I am the Sugar Plum Fairy. Amanda jumped and whirled and twirled all around the room. Mother peeked in the door. I am ready to go do something together, she said. I am doing what I like to do, said Amanda. I am dancing. Oh, I love to dance, said Mother. May I join you?" "Certainly," said Amanda, and the two of them jumped and whirled and twirled all around the room without Oliver. So now, when I get ready to do my retell, I'm going to keep my book out because sometimes I might want to open my book and quickly glance at a picture or at a few words to help me remember a part of the book. But mostly, I want to just put the story into my own words and retell it without looking back at the book. Because if I've read the story carefully, I should be able to retell it without opening the book and rereading the pages over again. So I'm going to show you the different parts of the retell as I go. So you'll see my finger moving as I go through my retell, and I say each part of my retell. In the book, Amanda Pig on Her Own, there is a pig named Amanda. She lives with her mom, her dad, and her brother, Oliver. The story starts outside when her brother Oliver is getting on the bus to go to school. Now I'm going to say some of the key details and the first events in the story. In the beginning, Amanda's brother Oliver gets on the bus to go to school. But then Amanda did not get to go to school yet because she wasn't old enough. Next, Amanda asked her mom to play, but her mom was doing the wash. So then she went to her room to play, but it was no fun without Oliver. She went outside to play, but it was also no fun without Oliver. So now I'm going to say what the problem is, because now we get to the problem. The problem in the story is that Amanda was alone. She told her mom she felt like there was nothing to do without Oliver. And now I'm going to add how she was feeling. She was feeling sad and lonely. Now I'm going to add some more details that lead to the solution. So then Amanda's mom told her, "You're never all alone because you have yourself." Her mom told her that without Oliver, Amanda could do all the things she likes to do. So then Amanda went back to her room and thought about all the things she liked to do, like dancing. She decided to dress up like the Sugar Plum Fairy and do ballet, and she twirled around her room. Now I'm going to say how her feelings changed. Now she was having so much fun and she felt happy. Finally, her mom came to dance with her because her mom was done with her chores. Now I'm to the end and I'm going to stop and think about the lesson I learned from this story. So I'm thinking how at the beginning of the story, Amanda's problem was that she was alone, and she felt like there was nothing to do without Oliver. Then her mom told her that you're never really alone because you can always think of things you like to do, and sometimes you can do things by yourself and still have fun. So let me think about a lesson I could learn from that. So I'm going to end my retell with a lesson I learned. I think this story teaches us that even though it's really fun to do things with other people, you can also have fun doing things by yourself sometimes. So now it's your turn. You get a chance now to do your own deep retell. So in a moment, I am going to leave this retell page up on the screen, and you can pause your screen and go get your own book from your book baggie. When you're finished reading your book, I want you to use this to help you do a deep retell and read your book to either a special friend like Lindsay Lamacorn or someone in your family. I hope you have fun doing your retells, And I know your teachers can't wait to maybe even hear you do some retell practice during your reading conferences this week. So great to see all of you, and I hope you have a happy day of reading ahead. Go ahead and go grab your book baggie now. You can pause the screen, and I'll have this page right up on the screen so you can follow along on the screen when it's time for you to do your retell.